The most dangerous forms of control don't feel like a cage. They feel like a choice. Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling entirely at fault, even though you started it as the victim? Today, we are dissecting the hidden mechanics of human behavior. Manipulation isn't always loud or aggressive. Often, it operates in the quiet spaces of our empathy. By understanding these 6 dark psychological tricks, we don't just learn how people manipulate, we learn how to protect our own healing. Trick 1. Emotional overload. A manipulator will intentionally trigger an avalanche of crises, drama, or urgent demands all at once. Why? Because a brain in a state of cognitive overload cannot think critically. When your emotional bandwidth is entirely consumed, your defenses drop. That is when they step in with a prepackaged solution, one that conveniently serves their agenda, while you are too tired to question it. Trick 2. Weaponized insecurity. This tactic targets your innate need for self-protection. A manipulator will drop subtle, passive-aggressive remarks about your deepest flaws, disguised as friendly advice or constructive criticism. They force you into a perpetual state of self-defense, keeping you so busy fixing yourself that you never have the time to look at what they are doing. Trick 3. The boundary twist. True, healthy boundaries protect your mental health. They are a gate, not a wall. But a manipulator will use the language of self-care to enforce isolation. They will convince you that cutting off your support system, your friends, your family, is just you setting boundaries. In reality, they are removing your safety net, so you have no choice but to rely entirely on them. Trick 4. Induced altruism. This exploits your kindness. Manipulators love to play the perpetual victim, manufacturing a constant need for rescue. They tap into your deep need for control and fixing things. By making you feel responsible for their happiness, they control your actions. You become addicted to the feeling of saving them, unaware that they are engineering the very crises you are trying to fix. Trick 5. Capitalizing on loneliness. There is a profound difference between loneliness and solitude. Solitude is a peaceful choice of self-discovery. Loneliness is a hunger, and a manipulator can smell that hunger. They offer immediate, intense validation, love-bombing you to fill that void. They turn your fear of being alone into a weapon, making you tolerate mistreatment just to avoid the empty room. Trick 6. Shifting the baseline. Slowly, over time, a manipulator changes what you consider acceptable behavior. They push your limits incrementally, so a year later, you are tolerating disrespect you would have walked away from on day 1. True healing begins with self-discovery, with remembering who you were before you learned to adapt to their chaos. It's about restoring your original baseline of peace. But we must be careful. Hyper-independence can become its own trap. When cutting people off becomes your instinctive reaction